Here's section 6. I'll play through it and then I'll teach it to you. Here's section 6, lick number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a combination of double stops, bends, and single notes. So we're going to start here in the 7th position. I'm going to bend the G up to A on the 2nd string, and then play the C sharp at the 9th fret against it. Now comes the hard part. So I'm going to change my note on the high string while I keep the note on the 2nd string bent. And then I release the note bent on the 2nd string back to its original pitch. Watch. 3, 4. Then I play the 7th fret of the 2nd string. Then I shift down here to the 3rd position. I'm going to bend on the 2nd string, the 4th fret up to the 5th fret. Then the high note on the 5th fret of the 1st string, go back and release the bend as I play the note. Then down to the 3rd fret. Then I go back and I play this blues lick in A, starting with a double stop at the 5th fret of strings 3 and 2, and then string 4 frets 7 to 5, string 5 fret 7, string 4 fret 5, then chromatically down on string 5 from fret 7 to 5. Then I'm going to slide from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret on the 5th string, and then finally 5th fret of the 6th string. Let's play that whole thing together at a reduced tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's section 6, lick number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start in the 2nd position. I'm going to play, my setup will be the 5th fret of the 2nd string, or an E note. I'm going to play against that the 4th fret of the 3rd string, but I'm going to bend it up, supporting the bend with my 2nd finger up only a half step. So it sounds like that. And how I'm getting the right hand effect is the technique we learned about earlier, if you were watching, called blocking, where I'm going to play the 2 notes with my middle and ring fingers, and then stop them from ringing in between each pluck by bouncing my hand on them and muting them. And my hand is literally bouncing up and down. Then I release the bend very mechanically, and then play A on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And here's what that sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's section 6, lick number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me break this down for you. It's a little tricky to play because you have to hold a note at pitch while you're playing two other notes against it, and you have to hold it in pitch in perfect tune. So it's going to require some practice. So what you want to do probably is what I do sometimes is I go to the note, I play the note that I intend to bend to. I listen to it, then I go back to the note that I'm going to bend and bend up to it and match pitch in my ear. And make sure that I support the bend with my second finger because the note has to stay there. Then I'm going to play with my middle finger the F sharp or the second fret of the first string, then the fifth fret of the second string. And then I'm going to play that third string again and release the bend. And then play the second fret of the third string. And then I play the finish of the lick is. This one's a little easier because you're playing only one note at a time. Play the second string, fifth fret, and then I'm going to bend the note up on the third string, pre-bend, and release it down to its original pitch at the fourth fret and then A. So again, what happens here with my right hand, I'm playing all the notes on the third string with my pick, all the notes on the second string with my middle finger, and all the notes on the first string with my ring finger. And here's what that sounds like at a slow tempo. I'm going to match pitch first. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we just learned the 3 licks in section 6. Let me play them all together at a reduced tempo to remind you of what they sounded like in context. 1, 2, 3, 4. Three, 4. Here's section 6, lick number 4. This is again an Albert Lee trademark. The percussiveness and the triplet timing is what's really the essence of it. So let me show you the notes first. We're going to start by playing this chord on strings 4, 3, and 2. That is the 6th fret of the 4th string, the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. For those theory wizards out there, this is an E7th chord. You're going to play the 4th string with your pick. Then you're going to play the double stops already fretted with your middle and ring fingers. Now here comes the tricky part. You're going to pull up your second finger, lift off your second finger, and play the G or 3rd string open with your pick using an upstroke. And then come back finally to the 6th fret of the 4th string. Now notice my left hand, so the whole thing is kind of like jumping up and down here, kind of like a caterpillar. Now that is basically, the reason for that is so you get a certain percussiveness and staccato feel into this lick, otherwise it sounds like a legato. And all the notes run together, which doesn't sound to me as good as... So you got to kind of bounce your fingers up and down, and the essence of that is just to stop the note from ringing. Here's what that one sounds like now at a slow tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's section 6, the last lick. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice again the staccato technique that I'm using. The way the notes I'm playing are this. Barring across the second fret of strings 4, 3, and 2. I'm going to hammer on to the 4th fret of string 4, then play the double stops, plucking them with an upstroke of my 2 fingers, middle and ring. And then go back to the 4th string, 2nd string and 3rd, back to the 4th. Here comes the hard part. You're going to go back and play those 2 notes on the 4th string again, but this time using a downstroke and an upstroke. So the first one's a hammer-on, and then you play them. To get that staccato effect in there. That's the essence of this kind of music, is that staccato playing, stopping the notes from ringing, and using as many up and down strokes as you possibly can. Pick as many notes as you can, and don't use pull-offs and hammer-ons and legato picking. That's the essence of this style. Now let's hear what section 6 sounds like at a slow tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 4.